a lot for joining. Really appreciate your time. And we are starting in a few moments.
No worries, no worries. I was worried that I got distracted and wanted to get here on time. How are you today?
Doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Good.
Okay. So thanks everybody for joining today's demo day. This is Pankaj Gupta from EthAum Venture Partners. As always, we will start the event with a brief intro and welcome from Madhu. And here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm delighted to extend a warm greeting to all the investors, innovation leaders and startups who are joining us today for EthAum Venture Partners B2B Demo Day. Just to introduce myself, I'm Madhu Gupta, Managing Partner at EthAum. We are a deep tech revenue scaler based in Singapore and have 100 plus B2B global startups in our portfolio. As you may know, EthAum is popular for its Zero BS revenue scaler program. We conduct this program with the sole purpose of securing enterprise pilots, and our sales partners, resellers, system integrators have consistently supported us in this endeavor. During the program, along with a bunch of other activities, startups go through live-streamed roast sessions where their dream customers roast them and offer fabulous guidance on the GTM as well as pilot opportunities. What could be better than conducting your product demos with your dream customers or industry celebrities and receiving growth insights? You can check these sessions on EthAum's YouTube channel. Founders, if you are building something interesting and ready to acquire more enterprise customers or partners, then consider applying for our next Zero BS Revenue Scaler program, which is starting from August 2024. For more information, you can visit EthAum's website. Today, we are thrilled to present a few global deep tech startups from pre-seed to Series A stages, disrupting diverse industries such as mobility, real estate, enterprise SaaS, legal, retail, supply chain, and cybersecurity. You will watch the pre-recorded video pitches for 4 minutes and we will take 1 or 2 questions. If there are more questions, then please feel free to put them in the chat section and the respective founders will reply soon. I hope you have fun at the event and fall in love with the founders' passion and innovative solutions. I will now ask Pankaj to move the event along. Once again, thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thanks, Madhu, for this energetic start. As you may have expected, we also have a very amazing and varied jury with a lot of experience in the investment and corporate innovation space. The jury will rate startups according to a few criteria and provide feedback at the end of the event. Now, I would request our esteemed jury to introduce themselves. Jury members, please provide a brief introduction for almost 30 seconds. So if I may start with Mikey. Mikey, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Great to be here. Mikey, I run Epic Angels. We are the largest female-only investor collective. So all our investors are women. We invest in both men and women, as long as there's one C-level person, female. So I'm really excited to be here.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Mikey. Appreciate your time today. Santiago? Please go ahead. Somehow we cannot hear you. Jason, do you wanna go next, please? Please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. I'm Santiago. I work in Crealo. Crealo is a corporate VC from Credit Corp. Credit Corp is the biggest financial holding in Peru. We invest in fintech startups in the Andean region and, well, also fintech adjacent.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Santiago. Jason, please.
Hi, my name is Jason Chad. I run Chad Tech. We're an executive recruitment agency, and I'm also an investor and advisor for 3 or 4 different startups right now, and I'm an ex-startup founder as well. And I'm looking forward to today.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Jason. Oluwadni.
Hi, everyone. My name is Oluwadini. I'm program manager at Techstars. We are currently the most active pre-seed, the most active early stage investor in the world. In my personal time, I love to get women, female founders, investments where possible, not just mentoring them. So Mike, we should absolutely connect. Lovely to be here.
Thanks a lot, Oluwadni. Appreciate your time today. Pankaj?
Yeah, good morning, everyone, or good evening. I'm calling from San Francisco Bay Area. I started a few businesses inside Intel and Qualcomm. I've had a long history of AI, and now I run a VC firm, 2468 Ventures, investing in pre-seed, seed, at the intersection of AI and a few verticals such as healthcare, education, consumer marketplaces, and enterprise. Looking forward to the discussion.
Thanks a lot, Pankaj. Appreciate your time today. Gaurav, do you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Thanks, Pankaj. Great to connect with everybody. So this is Gaurav here. I'm based in Toronto, Canada, but operate globally. I've managed funds for family offices and VC funds across the globe. I'm an ex-investment banker, but I'm also an engineer with expertise in data analytics and artificial intelligence. At the moment, I work with a lot of incubators, accelerators, and CEOs on global business expansion and opening up my personal network of angels and VCs for that. So great to be here and looking forward to network and meet with the founders. Thanks, Pankaj.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Gaurav. Tahir.
Hi Pankaj, how are you? Tahir here from Savannah, Cape Town, South Africa. So we started about 20 years ago as an incubator, accelerator, venture builder, and we evolved into still doing all of that, plus doing a little bit of venture capital, and then doing corporate venture programs as well. So myself, not an engineer, appreciate technologies, but most of our team comprises of scientists and engineers with MBAs. So, you know, we do have a thorough understanding of both the tech and the business side of things.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Tahir. Appreciate your time. Again, thanks to all the jury members for being part of the event today. I'm sure we will have some really interesting questions from the jury. Jurors, please don't forget to score startups after their pitch. We will also seek your final take at the end of all the pitches. Please use the jury suffix with your name so that the audience can identify you easily. Next is a very special keynote by none other than Duane Allen. Duane is the CTO at Unisys and has been a huge supporter of EthAum and its portfolio startups. JCT is on the call, and thanks to him for this precious friendship. Duane, given you have more than 25 years of experience bringing technology, transformation, and innovation to leading enterprises, may I request you to enlighten us with some really great insights and nuggets of wisdom. Duane, please.
First of all, thank you so much for inviting me. And now we're going to see if things are going to work here as I try to share my screen.
Yes.
Let's see. Hold on. Can you see it?
Yes, Duane, please go ahead.
Good. All right. So hello, everyone. First of all, you're coming from some interesting locations around the world. So I wish I could go out and visit everyone. And I was asked to provide a keynote. So I thought I'd provide a couple of things. By the way, Pankaj, how much time do I have? I don't want to overstay my welcome here.
6 to 8 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay. A little shorter than I thought. All right. We'll go to it then. I won't spend as much time here. Here's my background. I've been doing this for quite some time, as Pankaj mentioned. 7 companies, 4 industries, in countries around the world. So you see a little bit about my background. I've been to some of the countries that some of you have talked about. And a little bit about Unisys. We're a $2 billion company. $2 billion plus with locations around the world, organized in 4 business units. These are the 4 business units: digital workplace solutions, cloud applications and infrastructure, enterprise computing, and business process solutions. So that sets the foundation for how we operate. And my organization works with those business units and some of our stakeholders to try to accelerate the value that Unisys delivers for its clients. So as you can imagine, in my role, it started out, I've been here 3 years. We started out focusing on innovation, emerging technologies, intellectual property patents, architecture, some of the traditional aspects of a CTO role, but more the strategic ones. I still don't have operational responsibility. No cyber network, that goes to someone else. So we've been working on innovation and the strategic priorities of the CEO, who I report to for quite some time. And as you can imagine, this has turned to AI. So we've been pretty focused on AI over the last year or so. So first of all, over the last year, there's been a lot of buzz. Everyone knows that. So what we did is we decided to step back and take a holistic approach for how we were addressing AI. It starts at the very, very top of the company. Our CEO has been very focused on this, very committed. I started approaching him to say, I think it's a time for us to take another step in this area. He was very supportive. This led to several board presentations I was able to do, and then solidified our go forward approach, which is the four boxes in the middle there. So number one, it's about client solutions and new opportunities. We've been providing AI-enabled solutions to our clients for quite some time. And now with the advent of generative AI, we're adding new solutions on top of existing ones, new solutions that are addressing needs that weren't articulated prior. And we're examining new go-to-market opportunities in the consulting and advisory space in the form of a practice. So if you think about clients, that's what we're doing. We're also focusing on AI to make ourselves better and more efficient as an enterprise. So we've got an enablement organization in my group that works with contacts around the company to help drive efficiency. We've got an exhaustive training curriculum with 5 persona families, with roles curated to every specific job in the company. And obviously, ethics and regulations are very important. As we think about how we take that forward, we've got a formidable execution, which is solutions, consulting, enablement. Given the short time, I won't go through this as much. I'll take a stop here to say the driving factor for us and how our approach is moving forward is a couple of things. One, we've got some deep client relationships. We've got over 800 clients in 45 countries, some of whom have been our client for 25 plus years. So that strong relationship also correlates into deep industry insights. And you'll see that in a few pages where we've got deep domain expertise in finance and manufacturing, and pharma, and transportation and logistics, which then also spurs some thought leadership. So you take those 3 areas and their input, and we leverage some of the internal capabilities depending upon what's important. So you see this alliance partner integration. JCT was mentioned earlier. He is a key partner for us as we're looking for partners to bring capabilities. It could be data engineering, it could be self-service and so forth. And then the output leads to what we're doing to deliver value to the clients. It could be AI and generative AI enabled solutions. It could be new industry solutions for finance, cargo, and so forth. It could be our internal delivery, new ways of making ourselves more efficient, because analysts want to know that, because that reduces costs, which makes you more profitable. And then obviously client advisory and consulting. So this is how we are bringing AI to life. We've been doing this for quite some time. This is one of the things we shared with the board, that we've been doing this well over time, a decade of expertise and delivery. And I'm going to slow down a little bit here, and then I'm going to turn it back over to you. And I apologize for moving so quickly, but it's great that we're talking about strategy. It's great we're talking about approach. It's great we're talking about training. But in the end, what's really happening? And here's some example of what we're doing right now with clients in a variety of industries, from banks to pharma to manufacturing, healthcare. I won't belabor the obvious, but we're helping some of our clients drive some significant transformation, leveraging AI and generative AI, which is the early tip of innovation, which is what this conference is about. And we're also doing the same internally to drive effectiveness with sales, marketing, client management, and a variety of other areas. So for us, innovation is important. And then once you're focused on innovation, what's the tool or vehicle? We're doing it in a variety of areas, but right now we're focused on AI, closely followed by quantum. Pankaj, I think I'm exactly at my 6 minutes. I apologize if I moved a little quicker than anticipated, but I did want to stop, respect the time. Here we go. And I wanted to not take up too much time because I know you have some folks ready to present. But I hope that was an interesting keynote and gave you some insight, both in terms of my background and why we're so excited about what we're doing here at Unisys.
Fantastic. No, thanks a lot, Gwen. Really appreciate your time today. And you and JCT are truly inspiring leaders, and we are extremely blessed for your kind support all the times. So I want to mention this to the startups. If you think you have very interesting solution for enterprise customers, you must get in touch with Dwayne, team, and JCT, because they have this strong enterprise connection, and they can help you connect with these customers if the solution is interesting and it fits well within their product roadmap and within their overall vision. So again, really appreciate your time, Dwayne, today. Again, JCT, thanks a lot for helping with all of this. Now it's time to do a dive into the startup pitches. Our first presentation is from sourcinggpt.ai, which is a product of BuyHive. It's a Hong Kong and US-based startup offering an LLM-powered sourcing platform coupled with a network of sourcing experts. And here we go.
Hi, my name is Minesh Bore. I'm the co-founder and CEO of BuyHive and SourcingGPT. Today, let me talk to you about unlocking the potential of global sourcing using AI tools that we're building with sourcinggpt.ai. So, to give you a background, sourcinggpt.ai came about being from BuyHive. BuyHive, it's a Fiverr of sourcing. We have 5,000 plus sourcing experts that we have built over the last 4 years, and we've done $17 million in revenue. The 5,000 plus sourcing experts are going to be training the GPT and training the module in the backend. Our focus is on solving the efficiency issues of sourcing for small to medium-sized companies, and we are confident about it because we're founded by experts in the sourcing industry. So talk about the experts. Myself and Brent, we exited via a sale to Blackstone of Global Sources. We combined our strength with Michael, who's a third generation sourcing business, and Pranav, who is a techie who has built tools for multiple different companies. And we got a very good board of advisors in Zishal, Jimmy, and Christoph, who was considered as the guru of sourcing, who was the head of sourcing at Gap and the CEO of Tesco. So we have a very solid team to support this. What we're doing is, the problem today is sourcing is an expensive job, and it takes a lot of time and money to do sourcing, especially internationally. From searching up the suppliers to doing the RFQs, following up on samples, following up on quotations, seeking approvals, all that things take a lot of time, and a lot of that is mundane and could be a 3 to 6 month lag or man hours spent in trying to find sources for one particular product. Imagine a scenario where we can improve that efficiency. You will need less people, and of course it will cost you less. We want to simplify your organization's complex supplier pre-qualification process, and we want to build in a recommendation system that is trained by our sourcing experts so that you are able to make more efficient quality decisions in buying. We have built in agents for this in phase 1, where we will be building a search agent, a comparison agent, a quotation agent, and a shipping agent. And the goal is to have a virtual merchandiser for you. So the search agent. In search agent, you could do factory recommendations, market intelligence. You could search anything related to the type of factory supplier you're looking for. You can even do image search. The data is from our sourcing experts and many other open-end resources. The quotation management tool is where you can send in RFQs, you can build in RFQs, you can do quotation analytics, you can do quotation follow-ups, you can do purchase order generation, quotation generation, and recommendations. The comparison agent is where you have found multiple suppliers on different platforms, and you can do the comparisons of that in a very standardized way. We will also have a shipping agent which helps you calculate the landed cost of the product. So even if you have got quotations in EXW, FOB, CIF from different countries, you can find the landed cost of that product and then make the right decision so you don't lose too much money. In phase 2, we will be building in a virtual merchandiser, which is going to be able to do everything from sourcing to quotation management to market research to compliance testing and logistics for you. And what we are looking for is to raise $5 million for a pre-seed round for the company. Majority of it is going to be on building the tools. Thank you.
Awesome. Let's take questions for Manish.
Thank you, Pankaj.
Please, jury members, feel free to unmute yourself and ask questions that you may have.
I can go first if nobody is going.
Yeah, please go
Sure.
ahead.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Manish. Thanks for the presentation. And apologies if I mispronounce any name.
No,
But
it's
thank you for presenting. Could you help me understand in terms of the real-time updates, right? So a lot of these solutions, like you showed me, it's more like a platform where I can manage my process flow for the supply chain piece, right? Which includes a lot of stakeholders. And what I understood is you're updating a lot of that data using ChatGPT or some sourcing. I mean, and I'm assuming there is some human in the loop as well for authentication. What's the frequency of that update and how accurate is that? So for example, if I start filling a form and I see, oh, this supplier is no more eligible or available. So how does that piece work?
Yeah, so that's why there is multiple sources of data in there. There's not just one data that we rely on. And as we had said earlier in the presentation, so there is data that is coming from sourcing agents, and this is a live process. This will happen on a daily basis, and it will happen when it happens, and any questions that get thrown in where the GPT cannot answer to a certain limit, that will be going back to the sourcing experts. But at the same time, we'll be extracting data from open-end platforms such as Global Sources, Alibaba, and so many other places, Trade Keys, and so on and so forth. Customs data will be there, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of live data that we'll be scraping on a regular basis. Plus, there is data that is done by the sourcing experts. And the sourcing experts is guys who are on the ground, who have real expertise. And this is something that no AI will ever be able to have without them.
Understood. Okay. Two more quick questions. And Pankaj, feel free to stop me if somebody else raises the hand. One is, how are you proposing this as a value prop to, let's say there may be stakeholders who use the platform, and then there would be somebody who's buying the platform or paying for it, right? So what's the value prop for each in terms of business value? That's the first question. The second one is, how do you justify a 5 million raise given the stage you are at with which you want to reach 1 million revenue?
Yeah, no, so okay. So the company BuyHive is already post-revenue, post-profit. It's doing well. In the product of sourcing GPT, basically what we are doing is we're building out a funnel here, right? Every question that a buyer asks, that becomes an opportunity, whether it is related to logistics, whether it is related to trade finance, whether it is related to sourcing, everything becomes an opportunity for us. And that's the value of the tool. It's the value of the tool is not just that, but then the tool itself or the agents itself, they're subscribed to. The ARR for subscription is the 1 million that we are talking about. That is on top of all the funnel revenue that we'll be generating, which we don't even know how to budget for right now. Very frankly.
Understood. Okay. That's helpful. I was trying to figure out the math of 5 and 1. I missed out on the end.
Yeah, so basically to get to 1 million ARR in that, it's giving you 4,167 subscribers, and they all become your funnel.
Thanks so much, Manish. I'll let somebody else. Thank you.
I'll jump in. This is Pankaj Kedia. Manish, interesting implementation. My question is, given the language models and everybody else is changing so rapidly, what is the sustainable advantage? And how do you make sure that as OpenAI, moves up, you will still maintain that advantage?
Yeah, the biggest advantage is what we have with BuyHive, which is the sourcing agents and these freelance sourcing experts. A freelance sourcing expert is somebody who is working on the ground. Let's say you want to buy shoes that are like Bata and you're buying them from Spain, then you got to have somebody in Spain on the ground who's feeding in the backend information, who knows the real information about the real suppliers, because it's not about just matching with suppliers. It's about curating suppliers that fit the requirement of the buyers in the first place, and then building on that stickiness, because once the supplier is liked and they get a good experience of sourcing one product, they're going to do other things, and then they are going to do quotation analysis, supplier analysis, comparisons, etc., etc. Like I said, it's all about building that funnel out.
Okay. We will have to move on to the next presentation now. You may have seen poll on your screen. Please click on one of the options if you want to connect with the startup after the event. And if you have more questions for BuyHive, please use chat section. The next startup is Spently. It's a San Francisco-based startup offering a fully wireless cloud based access control system to the leading commercial real estate companies globally. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Rohin from Spently, and Spently is an IoT platform enabling a sustainable future for the built world. We are focused on solving problems in buildings and specifically in access control systems. Physical access control is lagging logical access control. Logical access, like accessing your software systems, your data, or servers, has moved far ahead using technologies like two-factor authentication, single sign-ons, VPNs, etc. But when it comes to physical access control, like entering your building, you're still relying on your physical badge or a key. Organizations spend almost $50 per employee every year managing their badges and keys. Almost $1 trillion is lost every year due to poor physical security. Physical access control is stuck with hardware-centric systems which are expensive and hard to install and set up. We are solving this problem by moving your access badges, keys, and fobs into your smartphone or wearable devices, which makes it secure, convenient, and sustainable. We have already scaled our platform to secure more than 4,000 doors, 250,000 users, and 300 customers already using our solution. We are currently enabling more than 4.5 million door openings every month. We generated $1 million in revenue last year and expecting more than $2.5 million in 2024. So how do we do this? We digitize access in existing buildings by retrofitting existing access control systems, which is very easy to install and set up. We enable smart access on new doors using our unique wireless mesh technology, which saves more than 80% infrastructure cost. And we bring in other smart devices like smart locks and AI-based cameras onto our platform to provide a complete physical security solution to our customers. We seamlessly integrate these hardware systems with your identity management and HRMS software systems to completely automate your physical security-related workflows. All this is made possible by our cloud-based access management software platform. Our core technology is based on our distributed wireless mesh architecture, which we have built ground up and which gives us a very strong technology moat around our business. We have 7 patents, we have the first most advantage in this space, and we have a very strong technology stack. We have more than 300 customers in India. We are now scaling globally. We have also expanded into large enterprise customers like Tata, WeWork, Brookfield Properties, JLL, and many others. While we are acquiring customers, we've also been building partnerships with ecosystem partners. We've partnered with silicon vendors where we're building technology on top of their chipsets and offering these solutions to our ecosystem partners. One of our key partnerships is with Apple, where we can now push your access badge or your key into your Apple Wallet. We sell through a network of channel partners into specific market segments, which include commercial buildings, multifamily residential buildings, manufacturing, warehouses, and universities. We generate our revenues through a subscription-based model through technology licensing and hardware sales. We have a very healthy 40% gross margin on our hardware sales and 75% margin on our SaaS sales. Our success has only been possible because of our strong team. Both me and my co-founder Malcolm have 18 plus years of experience in the wireless technology space. We have a strong 80-member team in India and a 3-member team in the US focused on our US growth. We are backed by some great investors and advisors who continuously help us navigate through various challenges. We have had a great journey over the last 3 years. We recently raised a seed extension round of $2 million through some exceptional investors like Accel Partners and Chakra Growth Fund. We will be raising a Series A round this year, which will help us scale our business even faster. We look forward to partnering with you and would love to have you on board our exciting journey ahead. Thank you.
Fantastic. Let's take questions for Rohin.
Okay, maybe I go first.
Yes,
Or Robin.
please go ahead.
Please let me understand a bit what happens if the internet goes down or if there's a security breach, which is like the incident response plan or like the data breach notification.
Yeah. So our solution is a distributed solution. It doesn't really depend on the internet. The intelligence of is passed on to the end devices, the readers, so they know who has access, who doesn't have access. So the system will always work even without internet, right? And if there is a security breach, yeah, we are able to send notifications. There is a local alarm. We integrate with local alarm systems, and we can send notifications on email, SMS, and app, all that stuff.
I had a question on my end. So what's the upfront cost? Like, I'm trying to understand the business model a little bit better. So like right now you're saying $50 per employee that companies are paying today for physical security. So if I'm interested in doing this, like what do I have to pay up front in terms of hardware? What's it actually going to cost me a year?
Yeah, so it depends on your situation as a business. If you currently have an access control already, you have to upgrade it to support smartphone-based access and just replacing a reader, which would cost you somewhere around $300 for a door to their upgrade. And that's the only upfront cost which you'll have in terms of hardware. And then it's a subscription-based model, which we charge.
Thank you, Rohin. Let's take one question from Oluwadini, and then we'll have to move on to the next presentation. Oluwadini, please.
All right, thank you so much. Fantastic pitch. I'm curious, who are your competitors and what are you doing to outperform them?
Yeah, competitors are traditional incumbents like Honeywell or HID or Lenel. And there are other cloud-based companies like OpenPath or Workada. Our differentiation is our wireless mesh backend architecture, which is based on a distributed IoT system, right? So that brings down cost of installation and setup. So that's our key differentiator.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And I know that there are more questions, but we will have to move those questions to the chat section. Again, thanks a lot, Rohin, for taking these questions. Next is B2Metric. It's a Turkish startup offering AI-powered customer intelligence data platform to the leading enterprises in Europe, Middle East regions. Here we go.
It's a sad reality that we are globally still recovering from the recession caused by COVID-19. Many companies have considered layoffs or even gone bankrupt. On average, about 20% of companies shut down every year. Hi, this is Murat. I'm the CEO of B2Metric. B2Metric is an AI-based superhero marketing analytics that stops customer churn and boosts growth for the companies. During the recession days, keeping your customers is highly crucial for the companies. Let me explain what B2Metric does with the problem at Allianz Insurance. Inefficient user journeys, multiple data sources, and unmanaged user data point result in high customer churn. With B2Metric, Allianz has increased user retention rates by 22%. B2Metric has increased customer retention rates in multiple industries for 25 customers in 2023. We have a $1 million ARR and we are growing rapidly. We are working with many SaaS and subscription-based B2C companies with our unique automated machine learning-based decision intelligence product. B2Metric's secret sauce is its patented AI and adaptive learning-based customer churn prevention. We offer a three-step solution. 1. All user data sources can be integrated seamlessly within the company. And then, B2Metric AI provides best-in-class decisions about user churn probability and hyper-personalization to give the best growth recommendations. Consider B2Metric as a superhero for solving business problems, boosting campaign efficiency, Predicting the future and tackling issues as customer churn are among our expertise in multiple industries. Insurance companies such as MetLife, Allianz, and Zurich, unicorn SaaS companies like Insider, or telecom leaders such as Türk Telekom is struggling with customer churn. Retention rates jump by 30% when B2 metric get involves those. Now, how a big market is this, you might ask, right? Well, the data analytics software market is worth like 46 billion. US and EMEA focused SOM will be worth 650 million for B2 metric. Our goal is to acquire this growth primarily through AI-based customer data analytics, SaaS and mobile-focused companies. In a nutshell, B2 metric isn't just a solution. We are the game changer, superhero for customer data analysis. Currently, our pipeline and projections indicate that this year's ARR will be $2.5 million. B2 metric differentiates itself from its competitors. By using automated machine learning models and robust explainable AI, we aim to optimize all aspects of user analytics. Furthermore, you will be able to gain actionable insights into campaigns and customize marketing actions to predict customer churn. Our co-founder CTO Tuna and I have spent the last 15 years separately developing AI and marketing analytics. As a result of our close cooperation on the data analytics product, I'm confident that we can take B2 metric into the global market as a unicorn company. Those are our current investors, and we are happy to have them in from our previous investment rounds. Thank you so much, and join our journey to stop companies from losing customers. Thanks.
Okay, we have a question from Tahir. Please go ahead, Tahir.
Sorry, needed to unmute. Fantastic presentation. Very curious because I saw, if I read your slides correctly, on the slide that showed your year-on-year growth, you had 22 customers, I think it was, which then turned into 67, and then it shot up above that as well. And a lot of what you require for your product is data from your customers, but it requires you to actually really get embedded to be able to feed off of that data, and getting that level of trust. You know, the economic enterprise clients might actually be a little bit difficult. So how do you explain that sort of level of growth that you're projecting?
Barira, please. We have Barira on the call to respond to questions. Let me see. It seems like Barira has dropped off, which is pretty interesting. But anyway, apologies, Tahir. Let me take that question to Murad, Barira, and team, and then we can come back to you. But you may have seen poll on your screen, and it would be really great if you could respond to that. Again, apologies. Yeah. Okay, next is Open Energy, which is started by Y Combinator alumni to solve battery swap and energy storage challenges for EV fleets. And oh, sorry, just a moment. I'll have to play it separately.
Hello, I'm Tim. At Open Energy, we are targeting B2B fleets with a robot that swaps EV batteries. We're here because we are facing a huge sustainability problem. In fact, by introducing millions of EVs, literally a tsunami of retired batteries will become e-waste, and it's inevitable. This is accelerated by the high degradation due to fast charging, 3 times faster. And we have high recycling costs and surging demands for raw materials, like lithium. As many leaders in the world agree with, recycling is not the first solution. We need to keep in use products longer, and that's the first life. Then, ideally, leverage the second. Hello, I'm Tim.
I think there is a problem with sharing this video. Give me a moment, please. I'll share it again. Okay, let's see.
Hello, I'm Tim. At Open Energy, we are targeting B2B fleets with a robot that swaps EV batteries. We're here because we are facing a huge sustainability problem. In fact, by introducing millions of EVs, literally a tsunami of retired batteries will become e-waste, and it's inevitable. This is accelerated by the high degradation due to fast charging, 3 times faster. And we have high recycling costs and surging demands for raw materials like lithium. As many leaders in the world agree with, recycling is not the first solution. We need to keep in use products longer, and that's the first life. Then, ideally, leverage the second life for less demanding applications, and then recycle them. And this is exactly what we do with big EV batteries. We target B2B fleets in logistics and mobility as a service, because these vehicles are driven on average up to 20 times more than vehicles for private use. This lady is the CEO of the biggest logistic EV fleet in China, which is managing over 100,000 electric vehicles. Before the sustainability problem, all fleets need to have sustainable costs. Precisely, this is called TCO, total cost of ownership, which means buying the EV, maintenance, repair, everything that you can see here. With ICE, the problem was mostly just maintenance and paying the drivers. But now, with EVs, multiple problems are added, especially due to the heavy and expensive battery pack that is also deteriorating quickly due to fast charging it every day, and a very expensive infrastructure. So we came out with our solution, Hyperswap, a new generation of robots that can replace EV battery packs instead of charging them on the spot. There is only one thing to remember about us, our competitive advantage, precisely on the price, durability, and mass production. In fact, we have an unfair advantage because we can reduce the overall cost by half. Basically, fleets like Amazon or Uber can conquer the market because they are paying 50% less while saving the planet. And we can also keep batteries in warranty up to 3 times longer. With Hyperswap, we are solving the main problems for the fleets by extending the lifespan of the battery 3 times longer, giving a fully charged battery in just 3 minutes, faster than a gas station, and the infrastructure cost is way less expensive. Hyperswap is not only the most affordable and reliable EV battery swap technology, it's also an energy storage system that can charge all the batteries when it's cheap. The extra energy harvested can go back to the grid when it's needed. Basically, we're helping the grid while making money with energy arbitrage. It's literally a 24/7 cash machine. We already have a live demo of our technology. We're showing how we revolutionize EV battery swap to EV manufacturers and other stakeholders by using a completely new approach involving advanced technologies from our experience in robotics, aerospace, and Formula One. And this is how we compete. We basically made a miracle in cost reduction, several times more affordable compared to existing solutions. Also a miracle in engineering, solving the major problems and even handling different battery packs with just one station. The market opportunity is huge. Over $300 billion in electric light commercial vehicles. In US and Europe, it's about 100, and we're targeting 1% of it. We want to provide our technology, hardware and software, as a service for mobility and energy companies. We already have a great interest from those companies with over $250 million of a combined deal size signed. This is where we are right now. So step 1, the toughest one, is done. We proved that our technology is solid and it has been validated by external partners. Now we are raising money for the second step, to adapt Hyperswap to our first customer and then start our first pilot with one of the largest energy companies in the world. And then step 3, the SOP, the start of production. We have a stellar team with decades of experience working with the top 10 automotive companies. Our team and our technology can solve the problems for EV fleets today. And it's a no-brainer choice also for autonomous vehicles. We are combining it with autonomous energy. To recap, we are Open Energy. We developed Hyperswap, the most affordable and advanced EV battery swap and ESS, targeting B2B fleets with over 250 million in LOI and MOU signed. And if you're interested to know more, come talk to us. Thank you.
Fantastic. So that is 10. I see if we have questions.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for that pitch. Really good. I'm curious, talk to me about your background.
Thank you.
Tim, can you please talk about your background?
My background. Even if I don't look like it,
I don't know if it's my internet or his, but I'm struggling to hear him.
Can you hear me?
You can
now?
turn off your video 10 and try again.
Yeah. Let me see.
It's better now. Go on.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay, great. So even if I don't look like it, actually I'm Italian, born and raised in Turin, which is the Detroit of Italy. Decades of experience in the automotive industry and also in IT. And I went to California. I did YC, and yeah, so we're combining these two worlds together. And yeah, we have a strong interest also from Asia. Actually, my parents are from Hong Kong and Macau, and I'm spending quite some time here, and because there's a major interest in our technology, and from companies like Petronas and etc. Yeah, energy companies, EV companies. Yeah. So briefly, this is my background.
All right, fantastic. Thank you. And just two quick follow-up questions. You went
Sure.
through YC. Was it with this company or a different company? If it's a different company, what happened to that company?
It's a different company. That other company, we couldn't raise money to make our own EV. So yeah, with that experience, we actually made this company, Open Energy, that is focusing on EV battery swap. And it seems like we just opened a Pandora's box because it's a very hot technology. And yeah, so happy. Yeah.
All right, and my final question is, you're raising $6 million. What's
Yep.
the use of funds? If you could just walk me through that super quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, super quickly. So basically, most of the funds will be to hire about 20 people to execute to finish the R&D of the vehicle of the HyperSwap on a vehicle on our first customer, and start a pilot project with the Petronas, which is one of the biggest energy companies in the world. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're raising to launch your pilots, correct?
Part of the fund will be used for the pilot, but mostly it's for the R&D. So basically, the R&D of all the equipment and also the people for the engineering team. Yeah, and we do the R&D in Italy, by the way. Our lab is there. Yeah, and we already showcase our technology to some of the biggest EV companies, and we got positive feedback from them. Yeah.
Thanks a
All
lot,
right,
Tim.
thank you. I'll hand it over now. Sorry.
Thank you, Oluvati. No worries. Let's take the last question from Gaurav. Gaurav, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Pankaj. Tim, great to see the presentation. I was actually coincidentally yesterday at the EV Expo here in Canada, where I saw a lot of solutions in the space. There's lots happening here. The biggest challenge I saw was twofold. One is the physical inventory risk around these models, right? So how are you managing that piece? And using that, how do you scale globally, right? Because you need to build that supply chain piece. So that's one question.
Yeah.
Second, maybe it's too short of a call, but could you throw some light on the status of that $250 million LOI MOU in terms of probability of conversion to paying contracts?
Oh, okay. So a lot of questions, but let's start from the first. So basically, the inventory. First of all, we are data driven, so we are getting data directly from the fleet operators that have very precise data and historical data on their vehicles, on their fleets. So we are adapting to their needs, and so we can easily accommodate their needs. Yeah. Can you still hear me? Because I can see something different in the
Yes.
background.
Correct.
Okay.
Presentation.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Okay, so that's the first question. Okay, data fleet. Then the supply chain. Actually, we also got selected by among the top startups by Foxconn Mobility in Harmony consortium. And Foxconn is the biggest factory in the world. They're willing to manufacture HyperSwap. So that's a good news, and obviously they can help us with the supply chain. The third question about the LOI, actually, we signed multiple LOIs with fleet operators and energy companies. And we see among these, actually now it's already more than 250 million. I would say that for sure, we see monetizing around 200 million of that. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Tin. And I know there could be more questions in the chat section. Again, thanks to the jury members. We'll have to move on to the next presentation, which is Wingback. It's a Y Combinator startup. Thank you, Tin. Wingback is a Y Combinator startup. It provides a billing platform to help AI startups manage their pricing complexity. And here we go.
Hi, my name is Tom and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Wingback. You can think of Wingback as the Square for B2B SaaS, because just like Square provides everything that mom and pop shops need in order to monetize their offerings, Wingback is providing everything that B2B SaaS startups need in order to monetize their products, which includes a broad array of things, including billing and metering, but even things like front-end components for the sign-up flow. But what makes Wingback really special, though, is that we support hybrid pricing and dual sales motions. To explain that a little bit more, hybrid pricing means more than one priced feature per pricing plans, and dual sales motions means both PLG sales through a pricing page and high-touch sales through salespeople. Interestingly enough, Stripe Billing and ChargeBee, the most dominant players in SaaS billing, don't support this at all, and this is very frustrating to early stage SaaS founders, especially those in AI that have basically different AI models with even different costs associated to them that they want to make part of a single pricing plan. It's simply not possible with the legacy solutions, and this is where Wingback really makes a massive difference. Our product is an all-in-one platform for the monetization of B2B SaaS products, and it includes a pricing plan editor that allows non-technical folks to create every single pricing plan imaginable, no matter which pricing model, which price, or which combination of features. We also provide a customer management portal where you can assign plans and plan configurations on a per customer basis, and a lot of other out-of-the-box front-end components that our customers use in their sign-up flow, or even for their billing, for the billing of their customers. In addition to that, we also provide CRM and accounting integrations to make sure that Wingback fits into the sales stack of its customers. Since launch in December 23, we went from 4 to 15 customers, and our content efforts have paid off. If you look at organic searches, we went from 20 to 500 at the moment, and our pipeline has grown to 41 companies in the final evaluation stage, which means that they can convert within the next 6 weeks. Currently, we are at 80K in contracted annual recurring revenue, but if we just continue at the growth rate of the past 2 months, we will be at 250K in contract annual recurring revenue by the end of Q2. We charge our customers using the same business model that Stripe Billing is using. So our value promise is you pay roughly the same that you pay for Stripe Billing, but you get a much better product. And that's a 0.5% transaction-based fee, plus, depending on the company's size, an either $99 or $3.99 fee, platform fee per month. Our ICP at the moment are seed and Series A stage B2B SaaS startups. They are venture-backed, have more than 50 customers. They have more than 500K in ARR, and for us that means that they are a 10K ACV ticket size, which means that it's economical for us to service them. We want to continuously go up market, and eventually we also want to target enterprise customers, because we are aware that more than 70% of the revenues lie in enterprise in B2B SaaS billing, and of course we want to leverage that too at some point. Currently we are raising a 1.5 million round with 600K already committed at a 12 million post cap. And what do we want to do with it? We basically want to hire 2 people who have been either working for Stripe or for Stripe Billing or ChargeBee to basically have them sell our product and basically increase our GTM capacity, which has been, just founder-led sales until this point. And with this round, we want to get to $1 million in contracted annual recurring revenue to raise a proper A round. My co-founder and I know each other since we were 15, so yeah, we are, kind of like an old married couple in a sense. And we have a very close team of founding team members here that is really, going beyond to make happen that, Wingback becomes a great success. And we also have 3 engineers in addition to the folks on this page that, basically built this great product that we have built so far. Yeah, if you want to talk about our product, if you want to talk about our financing round, get in touch. Thanks.
let's take questions. Yeah, Gaurav, please go ahead.
Thanks, Torben. Thanks for the presentation. I've used a bunch of tools across the globe, combination of Stripe, Wise, and a lot of these platforms, which allow me to kind of, combine and get the best rates, including international transfers as well, right? It's more like a fintech product as well to me, not just like the billing piece or creating pricing. What is it? So I was trying to appreciate the product, and pardon me for that, but what is it? What is the innovation here? Is it something which Stripe is not able to offer, or these platforms are not able to offer due to some reason? I couldn't really figure that piece out.
I mean, the core thing is really hybrid pricing plus both sales motions. These are factors that basically modern SaaS startups need. So they need more than one price element pricing plan, and they need to sell using both PLG and high touch sales. And contrary to what Stripe makes everyone believe, Stripe Billing doesn't support that at all. So it's basically like you're forced to build your own in case you want to, kind of use Stripe Billing in that case. And we can see that, if you look at basically companies across all stages, they run into massive issues with Stripe Billing because of all the infrastructure they have to build around it, and it honestly simply doesn't work.
And if I were to twist the question, is there a high entry barrier to building this product for somebody else?
Yes, it is, because like on a technical level, building a billing engine that supports setting every conceivable feature set at every single pricing model is really not that easy. And you can look at, basically lots of different players have tried this already, and nobody has really gotten it right. And I think that's actually the case because most companies in this space have been founded by, people with like an accounting background, but they didn't really tie this like into product. And I think, ironically, we're probably like some of the first founders that have looked at this, from a more like, holistic standpoint and not from one of accountants.
Thank you.
Thank you
Let's
so
take
much.
the
Yes.
next question from Mike K. Yeah.
Yes. Your customers right now are more smaller startups, right? Just as in the beginning, as you said, but you said they have to have a certain volume, otherwise it doesn't make sense for us to serve them. Does it mean it's very labor intensive then to serve them?
I mean, it's basically we're replacing existing tools, right? And billing is a pretty high touch sales effort. I just speak to any other billing company, and we just figured out that, basically below this 10K ticket threshold, we basically, have to like, we don't have to dismiss these customers, but what it means is this should be the PLG section of our product, and basically from 10K onwards, we should be in touch with them. And I just wanted to make clear that, basically our ICP is a company that's growing strongly, and that's using both, hybrid pricing and dual sales motions. And that, basically from like Series A onwards, it's of course much more economical because the transaction-based fees kick in even more.
Yeah, so but I see we need to continue. My next question would be, then what is that GTM, right? That it is so manual, right? I think that could be a good opportunity to look further into as well.
Thanks a lot, Mike K. Torben, really appreciate it. If you have more questions, please use chat section. Next is Hercules AI, a German startup which offers LLM-powered virtual employee solution to manage various complex and repetitive tasks. And here we go.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us today. I'm a virtual avatar of Yash, the CEO of Hercules AI. Imagine a world where advanced AI assistants handle all day-to-day enterprise cognitive labor, while humans assign tasks, give feedback, and approve their actions in natural language. This is exactly the vision Hercules AI is trying to bring to life. With Hercules Platform, you can build custom AI employees for any enterprise role by adding features like domain-specific intelligence powered by our proprietary AI models, which we are building in collaboration with European Union, and by giving AI employees access to relevant applications, tools, and databases using a simple drag-and-drop UI. Think of it as assembling Lego blocks to construct powerful AI employees in mere minutes. What sets these AI employees apart is that they're not only intelligent and good with tools, but also possess long-term memory and the ability to learn from human feedback and get better over time. So far, we've bootstrapped Hercules AI and successfully launched Hercules Basic, which several businesses are trying for free. Our AI integrations have already generated $150,000 in professional services revenue and a promising $5,000 monthly recurring revenue just 2 weeks post-launch. With over 25 businesses lined up, we're on track to reach $1 million in annual recurring revenue within the next year. Let's start with one of the customer use case where we helped build a farming assistant. This was targeted at farmers in Africa, where farmers could not only ask the bot any farming-related questions, but also only with natural language instructions could do any marketplace transactions. Depending on the source of the query, the bot is smart enough to understand the word limitations and answer accordingly. What happens if I feed my cow too much food results in different answers based on if the question came from SMS, web app, or WhatsApp. Not only that, the bot has access to FAQs and other data on the marketplace website and easily refers it to answer internal application-related queries like, how does payment work in this app? Now, the most useful of the lot, the bot can understand the buy and sell requests of the farmers in natural language and facilitate the transaction by talking to internal data repositories. In essence, with Hercules, you can create powerful AI assistants for any purpose in minutes. Let's take another example to illustrate how you can harness Hercules AI to create fully autonomous AI employees. Consider marketing analyst. This AI employee is continuously at work, enhancing your return on investment by optimizing your marketing spend. Plus, it's designed to learn from your real-time feedback, becoming more effective and efficient as time goes on. Hercules AI employees also perform tasks like updating databases, preparing documents, sending emails, and more, effortlessly integrating with your day-to-day operations. Our ideal customers are small to medium-sized enterprises with 20 to 500 employees, which typically have faster sales cycles than larger corporations. In the US and Europe alone, there are over 60 million SMEs representing a vast market potential of $300 billion per month. We are targeting 20% of this market as our serviceable addressable market, aiming to capture 1% of it, which would lead to $600 million in monthly revenue. We are seeking $2 million in funding to accelerate our growth and solidify key partnerships. Our goal is to reach $1 million in annual recurring revenue by the second quarter of 2025. With this investment, we project a growth trajectory that will conservatively lead us to $100 million ARR by 2030, offering a significant return on investment. Last but not the least, steering Hercules AI is Yash, our CEO and my human avatar, with a wealth of experience from Amazon, Adobe, and Accenture, and a track record of generating $150 million in ARR. Alongside is Kantha, our founding member from the Tübingen AI Center, bringing cutting-edge research to our foundation. And keep an eye out, we'll soon unveil a strategic advisor, previously a founding executive at DataRobot with a $250 million ARR impact. Thank you for your valuable time. Happy to connect for any questions or collaborations.
Fantastic. Now we have Yash, the human avatar, to respond to your questions.
Well, let me start.
Please, Santiago, yeah.
Hello, Josh. So how do you deal with this common problem in the AI world? It's called hallucinations. Sometimes the model can give recommendations that are actually not quite true. How do you handle it? What's your percentage of cases that this happens?
Very good question. So we are handling it in multiple ways. I mean, I'll not get into like too much technical details, but we have a proprietary approach where instead of like calling LLM once, we call it multiple times. And there's this sort of like notion that LLM hallucinates, let's say, 20% of the time, right? So which means 80% of the time it is correct. So in that pool of requests, we have a proprietary algorithm which will pick the best response. And that's one way in which we mitigate hallucination. And also there are a lot of like AI techniques called as reinforcement learning with human feedback and direct preference optimization, where we collect the feedback and based on those feedback, we can improve the models. Yeah. So there are like multiple such approaches which are there. And also we are now going for low hanging fruits, right? Where hallucination is less or can be acceptable. For example, we have automated executive assistant sort of like role where you typically like send emails, you schedule meetings, and maybe you will respond to generic sort of like messages which you are getting for your executive who you are working for, right? So in email, you always have an approval stage. So before the email being sent, we automate N-1 stage. We generate the email, we connect to Google Drive, we connect to other internal repositories. And let's say like somebody sends an email, our executive assistant says, hey, there's a new email and this is like the response. Do you want me like to send it to this particular person? And you can just read it and send it. And we also give listeners, for example, in WhatsApp or SMS. So you don't even have to like log into a platform. You can just in your WhatsApp or SMS, you can just read the email and say, okay, this is good response. Let me send. Yes, something like that, right? So there are like multiple ways in which we are mitigating hallucination by introducing these sort of like steps.
Thank you, Yash.
Quick question for me. Who are your primary, that was a really good pitch, but who are your primary customers? Small, medium enterprises, who are you targeting specifically? I'm not sure if I missed that.
Yeah. So we are industry agnostic because we are building the platform, but obviously we don't want to boil the ocean. So we want to be very specific on the ICP, which we will go after. So right now we are going after like SME industry. But even there, we are going after like sales, marketing, customer support, executive assistant. They're like some sort of like roles which we have identified are easy to build now with the current technology. So those are like the ready-made AI employees which we are building. Of course, it can be used in any industry. I mean, executive assistant can be used in finance, in pharmaceutical, in manufacturing, in retail, in any industry, right? Similarly, like sales and marketing assistant can be used in any industry. So we are a platform company where we have built our own foundational orchestrational sort of like intelligence. And also we are building a foundational model as well, using some of the grants which we have received from European Union. But at the end of the day, I mean, the power of the platform is what we are like building, right? The use cases, we can be flexible. So right now we are targeting at certain use cases where like our ICPs are like this small and mid-sized businesses, and within sales, marketing, and executive assistant sort of like region. But future we can like be flexible as well.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Sorry, go ahead, Aluvadni.
So you're primarily targeting small and medium sized businesses, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
And just final question, what's your customer acquisition strategy?
Yep. So right now we have a multi-fold strategy. So one is we have our own sort of like AI sales template, which we have built, where we are using that as sort of a internal employee to like acquire the customers. So these customers are very specific to, I mean, like our particular sort of like use case, right? I mean, we look at the web, scrape the web, and identify who are these customers who are looking after trying to hire, let's say, like a bookkeeper in LinkedIn or like executive assistant in like LinkedIn, and then using that sort of like data to give them a trial version of our product for like 1 month and say, hey, I mean, like use our executive assistant for free. I mean, like, of course, I mean, it will not do everything what a human can do, but we can solve, I mean, for like a lot of the heavy lifting, right? So instead of like hiring 4 people or 5 people, you can hire only 1 or 2 people, and then our bot can do the work of like 5 or 6 people, right? And also it works 24/7, 365 days. So there's a lot of value proposition. But yeah, so that is like one way. And another way is like we're also reaching out to like VC companies and saying that, hey, you have a very tough market condition where like a lot of your companies are struggling. Why don't you help us market to your portfolio companies? And we will pick one of your companies where they have a challenging situation, right? I mean, let's say like in sales or like marketing or different sort of like domain, and then we will build a custom AI employee for them. And then again, you can use it for free for 1 month and see the value. If you like it, I mean, like you can, of course, I mean, have a deeper collaboration with us, right? So we are trying out many sort of like marketing strategies.
Apologies, we'll have to move on to the next presentation. Please take more questions in the chat section. Next is Nicolytics, which is a Techstars backed startup offering a measurable, affordable, hyperlocal advertising solution. And here we go.
The billboard industry is challenged, from the fragmented inventory leading to complex implementation, and last but not least, the extreme difficulty to measure and track the overall success of the campaign. Thankfully, at Nicolytics, we've created a platform that makes posting an offline ad as simple, scalable, and measurable as posting an online ad. We do this with our network of over 50,000 professional gig economy drivers available nationwide and network of over 600 installers that wrap the vehicles. Once the campaign goes live, the advertiser gets access to our real-time dashboard that provides not only the number of impressions, but also the types of consumers being exposed to their ads. We then digitally retarget their ideal client profile on their mobile device, connected TV, or even on the laptop on their house. We take this one step further by showcasing attribution. We'll show them who visited their website, who visited their retail location, or even downloaded their mobile app. We're helping brands to understand their return on ad spend, all the while connecting online activity to online engagement. Since we launched the company in 2019, we've ran over 100 campaigns across 40 states, delivered over 1 billion impressions at a fraction of the cost of what it would cost for traditional out-of-home advertising. We've also started to work with B2B mobility companies, currently in pilots with InDrive, GetAround, and Cabify, to help integrate more ad revenue into their business. Another exciting sector is in the robotic space. We partner with all the major robotic players in the US and have amassed a network of over 5,000 robots across 50 universities in 10 major cities. So how do we make money? Similar to a software as a service business, we require a 6 to 12-month contract. Brands pay us an average of $1,000 per vehicle per month. We require 10 vehicle minimum per campaign. We then would share 30% of that income with the gig economy driver, the robotic provider, or the mobility company. We then have the ability to digital retarget on top of that, which increases our margins to a historical rate of 65%. So who's the team behind Nicolytics? As CEO and founder, I've been a lifelong entrepreneur. Started my first company when I was 19, where I sold it 2 years later. I then ventured into the world of sales, where I've been fortunate to work at organizations like NetApp, Salesforce, and even was hired to build out a new sales team at Gartner. Since 2017, I've been a full-time entrepreneur, even selling a company for multi-million-dollar exit. Our CTO is also a huge part of what we're building. Ricky has a PhD in computer science, specifically in geolocation data. He was an early Google Maps engineer and has extensive startup experience. In addition, we have team members from Deloitte, Google, TikTok, and experience at large agencies like Digitas. We've seen significant year-over-year growth. From 2021 to 2022, in 2023, we really found product market fit, where we did 3.5 million in bookings, growing over 300%. We're on pace to hit 10 million in revenue this year, based on partnerships we developed through agencies who help act as resellers that allow us to stay very lean while having more conversations with brands. We do believe that this business is $1 billion global opportunity. To achieve 100 million ARR, we need to get to 8,333 cars, generating 1,000 a month. We believe we can achieve this over a 5-year period. Of course, easy for customers to say, or a startup founder to say how great they are, but it's all about their customers. So we've worked with some major brands like Amtrust, Nationwide, Charles Schwab, DirecTV, and many more. We have over a dozen case studies and poised for significant growth. We're currently raising around at 13 million post money and a $3 million amount with less than 600K left in allocation. We do have our lead investors in place. We welcome you to reach out with any questions, where you can do so at judah@nicolytics.com.
Fantastic. And Judah is also on the call to answer your questions. Please unmute yourself.
Yep, I'm here.
Perfect.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Judah. Thanks for the presentation. I've invested in a few companies in the customer insight space, where we get a lot of customer data and then we build insights. And that's typically where stakeholders have really found it valuable to pay, and even VCs look at it from a different perspective. Now, when I look at it from the advertising, or let's say customer acquisition channel, there are lots of platforms, right? If I'm just categorizing on the customer journey, how would you say, if I'm a VC, I'm like, hey, Judah, there's tons of these companies. What are the top 3 things you can say, hey, this is how we differentiate, this is the entry barrier, and this is how we're going to excel? If you could just help me understand.
Of course, yeah, happy to. And so, yeah, I've had a lot of the conversations with the VCs, and we have a strong network of VCs already in this round. So I think through due diligence, they kind of understand how we're differentiated. What we do is in terms of out-of-home advertising sector, which is kind of this last legacy piece of advertising. And we also have integrations into other dashboards that help them gather all of their insights into a single location. So it really makes an area that's been very hard to measure very digestible and very easy. And you're absolutely right. The real value is not just the ad on this particular, vehicle, on this robot. It's the insights that we perform and really be able to create an omni-channel experience. But yeah, that we can do self-serve, they can handle it, and we can also integrate into their other platform. So hopefully that answers your questions.
Okay. Thanks, Judith. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pankaj, you're on mute.
Now I was saying if there are more questions, please use chat section. Judah is here on the call, and he also has his other team members on the call, so they would be happy to respond to your questions. Next is CyberBay, an AI-powered bug bounty platform solving the cybersecurity challenges of fast-growing SMEs. And here we go.
Hi, this is Felix. I'm CEO and co-founder of CyberBay. Nice to meet you all. Before I founded CyberBay, I've been a partner with one of the Big Four consulting firms, leading the cybersecurity practice to help our corporate client to get ready and respond to all kinds of cybersecurity incidents and active breaches. While we have been helping our corporate clients to respond to cyber attacks successfully, whenever I look around, especially in the APAC location, around 60% of their organization have been attacked, and half of them indicated that it is not their first time. Why is that? Based on my experience and observation, the real issue beneath cybersecurity challenges is a talent shortage. If we look at the external statistics, the world needs 3.4 million cyber talents. 60% of the demand is coming from the APAC location. Now, we all realize there's a talent shortage, so most of the organization, they will get external consultants to help them. It is not helpful to newcomers because they will never have easy access to real-life challenges and learn how to become a efficient and functional cybersecurity practitioners. So here is CyberBay. For business organizations, CyberBay is a single marketplace for them to mobilize thousands of ethical hackers and security researchers. CyberBay focuses on building, nurturing an APAC-oriented community of bounty hunters. And we also offer extra care to the business organizations in the form of warranty. I'll pass to Galina, our Chief Strategy Officer, to talk you through about our commercial arrangement for CyberBay.
Hi, I'm Galina, CyberBay's Chief Strategy Officer. Based on CyberBay's product and target market, our service addressable market is estimated at $17 billion. With the rise of digitalization, coupled with an increasing reliance on cloud infrastructure, the cybersecurity market opportunity in APAC is huge and keeps growing. Nonprofits, startups, and SMEs are the backbone of innovation in APAC, yet they often lack the resources for a comprehensive cybersecurity solution. This is where a bug bounty platform like CyberBay can offer a more tailored, affordable, and scalable solution for these organizations. As Hong Kong's leading bug bounty platform, we have an established presence within the city. Our goal is to make cybersecurity easier, more secure, and accessible for all of our APAC clients. We plan to achieve this by offering managed programs and highlighting our pay-as-you-go model. This allows clients to only pay when bugs are found. No bugs, no fee. Absolutely zero upfront costs. We plan to do this by mirroring what we found to be successful in Hong Kong, by forming local channel partnerships, engaging in local hacker communities, and collaborating with government entities. In today's world, cybersecurity is not just a necessity. It is a race against time. We offer 3 cost-effective subscription models. Get continuous AI-driven monitoring service with our Cyber Scan plan. Subscribe to one of our CyberShield packages to access our crowdsourced pool of researchers. This is not a simulation. This is continuous, real-world security tests where real people are looking for bugs on your site. If you still get hacked, After subscribing to either of our Cyber Shield plans, we offer post-incident warranty coverage up to 2x.
Thanks, Galina. So I'm back to talk about the value proposition of CyberBay. Unlike other traditional penetration testing or security assessments that focus on a point-in-time exercise, CyberBay offering a continuous cybersecurity assessment, and most importantly, it's all happening in the real-life environment with managed control through our Lighthouse VPN. We are committed to making cybersecurity more accessible and affordable. We have received great traction in Hong Kong. As a next step, we would like to work with you and co-create a more secure digital space. Thank you.
Okay, that was a high energy pitch from CyberBay. We have Galina and Felix dialing in from Hong Kong at 12:22 a.m. their time to respond to your questions. Please go ahead.
So maybe me.
Yeah, please.
Okay, how do you deal with ethical concerns in terms of the bounty hunters and malicious activity?
So there are twofold on that. Thanks for the question. First of all, when they sign up, we have the KYC, which is at the banking grade. They need to provide their legal documents for us to verify they're a real person and there's no criminal records. Now, that's only the starting point. So what if when they start hunting for bugs, they start to do something malicious? That's how our Lighthouse VPN kicks in, because when they engage in the bug finding exercise, they come to our VPN and accept our supervision. So we maintain all the logs. And without coming through our VPN, even if they find a bug, they cannot report that in our system. We'll reject them. So once they perform the activities, we look at any potential malicious traffic. If there is, we'll make connections with the target client and help them to enforce immediate protection if necessary. So that's how we help ensure the ethical standard is continuously high throughout the journey. Hope that answered the question.
Thank you. Any other question for CyberBay? Okay, if you have more questions, again, please use chat section. Next is Front Avenue, which is a French startup offering a patent marketplace. And here we go.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Cyril Amar, and I will take you through Front Avenue, the patent licensing marketplace. Our team combines experience and young talents. We are working from Paris, Singapore, Delhi, where we have our technical people. As a lawyer specializing in patent matters, my clients in Europe, Asia, and in the US have often asked me to help them solving this problem. Licensors, patent owners, want to tackle new markets with thousands of patent implementers, who in turn want to know how much they should pay and to whom. This is a problem that companies encounter in all technology sectors. The IoT industry is a good example of a rapidly expanding market where patent owners and the thousands of patent users have a hard time finding agreements at a reasonable cost. In addition, a new EU regulation forces all players to move quickly towards a more transparent licensing practice, which is exactly what we offer. Our solution is an online platform with a built-in marketplace. It offers 5 toolkits that our customers can use to search the information they need into our vast database of more than 650,000 licensed patents. They can analyze that data, buy patent documentation, negotiate online and or buy patent license agreements online and in no time. On Front Avenue, patent owners and users save time and cost by a factor of 10. They easily recoup their membership fees on their first deal. We have 3 revenue sources with membership fees, services, and commissions on online deals. In 23 and 24, our revenue is coming equally from membership fees and services. From 25 onwards, membership fees will increase and commissions on online sales will progressively become our primary source of revenue. Those figures here show a rapid rise in the SAM due to the launch in 24 of licensing programs targeting IoT by the largest players such as Qualcomm, Nokia, Ericsson. There are a few providers of data and analytics, but no other company offers a platform dedicated to licensing. Our negotiation room offer is unique. We have been chosen by the largest patent owners in France, Thales, and in the US, Qualcomm. Both are using Fran Avenue to secure their licensing business and boost their income. We have a robust pipeline at the end of April 24, and we discuss with the main patent owners and users. As you can see on this graph, we have had a strong revenue growth between 2022 and 23, and this growth will be sustained in 24 by the launch of our AI-generated patent analysis. We see a lot of traction for this new tool. And in 25 by the online sale of basic click and collect license agreements by major patent owners. Finally, in 26 by the new EU regulation. We need $250,000 to develop and market our new AI solution. Our prototype works fine, it's wonderful, and we can improve it. We will funnel half of the funds to the technical development and the other half to sales and marketing. This will increase and accelerate memberships and revenue growth. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Fantastic. We have Cyril on the call, and Oluwadini, please go ahead and mute yourself. Yep, Oluwadini.
Hi, lovely pitch. Just a couple of questions. I'm not clear. Do you have any customers you do have customers at the moment, correct?
Yes.
How many customers do you have?
We have 2 main customers online, and we have several others who, for the time being, remain offline.
Okay, so as you continue to grow and increase and acquire more customers, how do you plan to maintain the quality of your service? Basically, patent laws differ across countries, across industries. How do you plan to manage that?
Indeed, but we are not providing patent law advice. We are providing services just mainly for allowing actors to know, to display their portfolios and provide tools which help others to get a license when they are, and also to find for licensees, they are able to search and find patents that they need for their own business.
So patent licensing solutions. Does it sound right?
It's purely putting in contact licensors and licensees. We don't provide advice on their needs other than producing claim chart through AI.
Got it. Thank you. I misunderstood that. That's clear. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks a lot, Oluwadini. Any other question for Fran Avenue?
I have a question.
Please.
So thank you so much for presenting. Could you help me understand what's the geography that you're encompassing, or what's the data lakes you're tapping into for these different patent, let's say, laws or policies, or because every jurisdiction geography has a different mechanism or data source?
Sure. Our primary data lake is coming from the global standardization body, which is called ETSI. That's a French entity, which is where all the major telecommunication standards are established: 5G, 6G, 4G, and so on. So they have a database, and we have a license under this database to have all the declared patents globally. We also have a large database for IEEE patents and many others. But we also cover non-essential patents. That's what we do, for example, for Thales. And that's how we offer this very large database.
Okay. Thank you so much. I think we're at time. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And if you have more questions, please use chat section. Next is Rad, the last presentation of today. I know we are running a bit over time, but yeah, Rad is an Israeli startup which offers a data-driven e-commerce story reviews. And here we go.
Hi, my name is Sivan Baram, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Rad. We are alternating product reviews with a different kind of product reviewing solution that is based on videos that are personalized with AI in accordance with the customer specific preferences and purchase history. This means that each and every customer meets a completely different set of product reviews in accordance with their purchase history and preferences, style, colors, sizes, anything that makes a customer unique. We have the data because we are getting all of the insights from the videos that are placed on the brand site. We know what people are searching for. We know what their sizes are. We know what the colors they prefer to shop for are. And this is why we can offer them product reviews that are only relevant to them. This is a case study with one of our first customers and design partners, Berry-M, a Shopify Plus company that has developed RAD very early on and basically has allowed us to evolve from an app into a sophisticated platform that personalizes the product reviews. They started out as beautiful videos that can be displayed anywhere and are now product reviews that are created by the shoppers and are shoppable, personalized, and even live. Integrating RAD is super simple. Basically, customers can now download RAD on Shopify with few clicks. They are immediately able to create or allow the customers to create beautiful product reviews and of course get access to data that can be displayed as graphs on a monthly basis, showing the engagement, the conversion to sales, of course, on a monthly basis or per video. So it looks like a beautiful Netflix of videos where the customers can then see the data for each and every video. Of course, they can also host a live broadcast independently. This is something that we have integrated into the platform to allow the brands the full ability to create content and to display video content on their site that can also be broadcast live. So this means they invite their followers to a specific time slot and host a live by either a company, official, or a partnering influencer. And the customers that are then join the live broadcast can, of course, shop through the video with a very special promotion that is only offered during the live. This is a very powerful tool to increase conversion to sales. This is a bit about our progress. We're, of course, focused on Shopify because this is where we started out with. Our roadmap is, of course, divided into the business roadmap and the tech roadmap. We're moving forward with launching our AI version this year and, of course, scaling on Shopify. This is a bit about our market, a huge opportunity that combines some of the most powerful markets in the marketing and UGC and AI spaces. When speaking about competition, we of course have a very, very unique value proposition in the reviewing space, given the fact that our platform was built from the start from a video perspective, and of course the fact that it is now already in pilots for the very unique AI aspect that turns into the reviews into personalized reviews. This is a bit about our achievements. The company has raised nearly $1 million so far and is now moving forward with a seed round, a $3 million seed round these days that will be closed by Q2 2024. These are some of our investors. We have also won a product of the day on Product Hunt, and we're selected by Products That Count as one of the most promising SaaS tech products for 2023. This is our team. Betzel Elakovsky is our CTO and co-founder, alongside me, a very experienced tech lead and CTO for various companies and startups nationally as well as globally. I myself am a passionate entrepreneur with over 15 years of content marketing experience. RAD is my second startup. Thank you very much, and welcome to the future of e-commerce.
Okay, so that was Sivan from RAD. Unfortunately, she could not join the call because of a very important client conversation that she's having right now. But yeah, these were all the presentations, and I know that our jury members asked some really interesting questions to the startups. But I would love to understand, about one or two startups that stood out for you. Probably you can share your thoughts on those 1 or 2 startups that really made the impact on your mind today. If I may start with Oluwadini, please unmute yourself.
Way to put me on the spot. So I think for sure the energy, the EV batteries founder, I don't recall what it's called. I think that for sure.
Open Energy, yeah.
Open Energy, yeah. And I think the only female founder as well, simply because she was the only female founder, and fantastic product. But when I saw her picture, I was like, yay, finally. But yeah, those two, Open Energy for sure first, and the female founder.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Oluwadini. Gaurav, do you want to go next?
Yes, sure, Pankaj. I mean, of course, every company is great. It's also on us as investors how much we understand the industry, and especially in 2 minutes. I wouldn't say the others were not great. It's more like whom I understood and was quickly able to appreciate the product, right? I think one was Spindly. So I've personally invested in a lot of prop tech companies globally, understand the space, and there are some major challenges which I see the team is addressing, right? So I think that was pretty interesting for me. The second one was Open Energy, again, an area which I understand, having been a NatWest investment banker before. So that's another area I understand. And I like the way the founder positioned it as a hardware as a service model and not like an inventory risk model. There's two different value props there. So I think that's pretty interesting. So would love to explore how I can help these companies. But others, great job. It was just my incapability of understanding and appreciating in the 2 minutes. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Gaurav. Appreciate your insights. Santiago, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I also join Gaurav in that assessment, in which we as investors can appreciate more the spaces which we understand better. So in that light, I liked a lot the Winback. I like the approach they told us about developing a solution more of like with a holistic view rather than with just the technical part. I like that, and also like Spindly.
Fantastic, Santiago. Appreciate your feedback. Jason, do you want to go next?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I can echo what everyone said earlier in terms of the industries I understood better. Obviously, got a benefit for the business ideas. I found the open energy piece just fascinating. I have a lot of questions in terms of the robotics and how it's all going to work, but it's a really cool idea. And the one that I actually am curious to learn more about is actually Hercules. I think that I need to understand what's behind the tech a little bit better. Like, is this just a chatbot we're talking about here? Or is this actual AI that's doing something? And so I'm curious to learn a bit more, because there's a lot of applications that this thing really works. Also, if it really works, it's also a little bit scary, but that's a whole other conversation. But I enjoyed their pitch.
Thanks a lot, Jason. Tahir. Right there.
Cool. Hope you can see me. The lights behind me, so you're gonna get a silhouette. But yeah, very interesting pictures. I was very intrigued by quite a bit of them. Interesting ways that new technology is being used. I think if I look at the two that were most interesting to me, the one was B2Metric, and then the other one was Open Energy. So B2Metric, we've seen a similar kind of company in our portfolio, and they're doing really well. Not doing exactly the same thing, but I think the principle behind it is the same. So it's just very interesting to see where that's going to go. And Open Energy is quite interesting. So on the continent, we there's a big push for EV over internal combustion engines, and there's a lot of EV and sort of battery swapping solutions around. And this one is a little bit different. So just very interested to see where that goes as well.
Fantastic, Tahir. Appreciate your insights. Anybody else? Okay, and this is the end of the event. Again, thanks to the jury members, thanks to startup founders and audience for your time today. Special thanks to startup founders, because I know it's very difficult to put all the information, all the interesting, impactful messaging in just 4 minutes and present it to the audience on Zoom and then answer all the questions in just 2 minutes. It's extremely difficult, and our founders have been able to do that really, really well. So kudos to founders for doing this presentation today and putting their hard work behind these presentations. We would obviously love to connect with all the participants who joined, all the jury members, and we would love to explore synergies. If these startup solutions can support your innovation strategy within your corporation, then that would be fantastic. If you could figure out a pilot or corporate innovation or product integration kind of opportunities, then that would be awesome. And obviously, if we can talk to you for investments, then that would be fantastic. So that is the messaging to the investors on the call. Santiago, Tahir, Gaurav, Oluvadni, and all of you, right? So again, let's reconnect in the next few days and weeks. Let's have deeper conversation and see how we can help each other in achieving our objectives. Again, thanks everybody. Appreciate your time, and we'll reconnect soon.
Thanks everybody. Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care. Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everyone, bye.